Welcome back to Bourbon Country Reacts. I'm Keith.
Hey, Keith.
Hi, Dustin.
Why do you do that every time? It's weird. Anyway, I'm Dustin. I'm the bourbon guy. He's the weird-ass music guy. You know, those music guys are kind of weird sometimes,
Aren't
right?
musicians pretty much by definition oddballs?
You finally acknowledge that you're a musician.
I'm so not
This
a
is the
musician.
first time.
I have to
He is.
rescind that
He just
remark.
said it.
I'm
Nope.
not a musician.
Nope. Can't take it back now. It's on recording. Ha! So I'm the bourbon guy. We're going to talk to you about some bourbons. And we're going to talk to you about some music that y'all haven't, or that y'all are teaching us about. We're not super versed in country music. We're learning a lot.
When we started this channel, I didn't know shit about country music.
Excuse me. We don't edit, by the way, so you're going to get that.
Yeah. You guys have taught us quite a bit, so you've been sending us some pretty cool artists.
Yeah.
Yeah, some better than others, but we've had some amazing stuff on the channel.
I want to get some of this bourbon to clear my throat out. So,
what we do here before he gets started,
yeah,
we react to country music songs you give us, and we check out various bourbons while we do it.
Yep. And this bourbon is Noah's Mill. Does it look familiar?
You know, it looks a little bit the way they did the label, and that kind of two-tone, nothing flashy about it. You know who likes to do that?
Who?
Willet.
You're right.
What?
Uh-huh.
That's a Willet?
This is a Willet.
Oh, my.
I know, right? I'm pretty sure we've never had this. If you've seen our other Willet video, we did Rowan's Creek.
Yes, which is great.
Looks almost exactly like this. And these are like, you can kind of tell with the imperfections of the labels. These are hand-labeled.
Everything's done by hand at Willet. They are truly a craft distillery.
Right. So this one's kind of neat. Like, I've never had a bourbon bottle that was a different color. It's like green glass. See that?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I don't know. Kind of neat. I'm a bourbon nerd.
So the bourbon nerd in me now wants to know what the effect of that green glass on the color of this bourbon is. So I want to see. So it looks pretty dark here, which is usually a good sign for a bourbon.
Like in the video, it looks super dark.
Yeah. Wow, it does.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how dark it looks in the glass.
Yeah. So real quick,
we'll show you guys.
Yeah, we'll get into this. Noah's Mill's a genuine bourbon whiskey handmade in the hills of Kentucky.
Yeah.
We're sitting at. So this batch of bourbon was aged in a wooden barrel until fully mature.
Oh, which fully mature is kind of a subjective term. It could mean everything from a year to 15 years.
But it was hand bottled at 114.3 proof.
So it's barrel proof.
Yeah.
And if I'm guessing, based on... So a bunch of things can affect the angel share. So what the angel share is, as a bourbon sits in a rick house or warehouse, they call them rick houses, and heats up and cools down and heats up and cools down with the temperature changes in the day, bourbon gets pushed into the wood and pulled out of the wood, and water evaporates. So what it's leaving behind is bourbon flavor and ethanol.
Yeah, higher proof liquid.
I think I'm starting to get a feel for generally the aging process relative to proof. And if it's coming out between 100 and 115, that's kind of telling me this is probably a barrel proof at about 4 years of age.
Probably a good guess. I think it depends a little bit on...
There are a lot of factors. If it's low in the warehouse where the temperatures stay cooler year round,
right,
it could be aged 10 years and get the same proof.
It's fully mature.
Yeah, it's fully mature. We don't know.
So
I'm going to hold this up for you. You can see it's actually not quite as dark.
But it's got good color.
It's a good color, but it's not quite as dark as that green tint on that glass. That's some sneaky marketing stuff right there.
Well, I kind of like it. It's different.
Oh my, it just smells like Willet.
Right? It's got that kind of citrusy sweet nose.
Floral notes. Everything Willet is floral. Everything's flowers. It's flowers and bourbon.
That's weird. So what song do we got? Do you even remember?
I kind of don't. What we got?
So
here?
this is Brad Paisley's.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So this is a very highly requested tune from you guys.
Yeah.
Plus, I've been hashing it out in the comments with many of you about
Carrie.
Well, Carrie, and this has Carrie in it. Mm-hmm. So we've had some discussions. They've been polite, but
some of you are wrong.
some of y'all
that Keith Urban tune.
Yeah.
There
were. I don't want to get into it. We've hashed that out with you guys in the comments. It's cool. We respect your opinions, but we've got our own.
Sorry,
dude. Everybody going, fuck them, unsubscribe.
Thumbs down. No, come on, be nice. We're giving you a natural.
You get
what
real
you're going to get out of
yeah.
us is a real reaction every time to the song and the bourbon. If we like it, you'll know. If we don't, you know.
What you get really is a bunch of dumb shit.
True. From idiots.
From idiots to idiots. We need to be real about that.
Call them idiots?
We're the dumb shit.
Two idiots. We're
yes.
the two idiots, not two idiots. Sorry. All right, so what else were you saying about this song?
I was going to mention something about IQ after that, but
I'm just going to go ahead and...
No. We do not edit.
No, I was going to hit play.
Oh, yeah, to shut me up.
Right. It didn't work.
That would be one method. So we get some Brad Paisley.
Your guitar god.
Which I'm happy about because I'm all about the guitar chops. And we've already done at least 2 Brad Paisleys. 3, actually, if you count Alison Krauss, right? No, 2. We did the one with Alison Krauss.
Yep.
We did the one...
Alcohol.
And
then we did the Start a Band.
We did Start a Band.
That was a cool song.
So the Brad's batting about 330 here because he didn't show off his guitar chops in the Alison Krauss duet.
Nope.
But to be fair to Brad, the song didn't call for it. So that's a walk.
True.
Right?
Yep.
Then
Alcohol
was kind of a whiff. I think he struck out there, but we in talking with you guys,
it was a foul ball. He hit it. He just showed off.
He made contact, but he eventually walked back to the dugout.
Yeah, he had no phrasing in the performance we watched.
Look at you using guitar player
You're
lingo.
teaching me stuff. I can learn. I may be dumb, but I can learn.
I'm gonna do my gazindas. Ot gazinda one, ot times. Ot gazinda 2.
Well, I should have just hit play. I'm sorry, guys. I tried. I really did. For you.
So, alcohol was a whiff.
No, foul ball. Keep it straight. Are you drunk? He made contact.
You can't strike out if you make contact. He whiffed on the 3rd strike. And then Start a Band was freaking amazing.
That was at least a ground rule double.
No, dude.
I think it was a home run?
No, I don't know if I'd call it a home run, but it was a solid triple. He got to third base on that one, man. He drove that deep into left and got around the base.
Talking about baseball, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
God, I hope we're talking about baseball.
He probably got an RBI on that one.
Now I'm picturing shit. With
Stop it. All right. I'm just going to...
So, where we're going with all this, ultimately, is we're hoping to hear some badass guitar work.
Yeah. And...
out of Brad. Anyways.
And no auto-tune /
I guess we are going to bring that up. So, a bunch of you argued with me vehemently in the comments, Carrie Underwood never uses auto-tune.
Oh, that's right. It's not auto-tune. It's something else.
So, that may be true. However, I'm telling you that in that song with Keith Urban,
Fighter.
Yeah, the Fighter, there was heavy use. You know what? Carrie's batting 333 with us too. We did the one song that blew our minds.
It was a fun song.
Yeah.
Before He Cheats. Then we did the live performance of the Ludacris one, Champion.
And that was just unimpressive.
And it was the performance, most likely.
Yeah. Well, actually, she's batting 500.
No, because we did the third one. How Great Art Thou?
Oh, how great. And that was mind-blowing.
That was a straight-up home run.
So we've actually... Yeah, agreed. So we've actually got the same thing from both of these artists. Now, for those of you arguing with me in the comments, maybe it wasn't auto-tune. However, in that song with Keith Urban, there were massive effects overlaid over her voice.
Both of their voices.
Yeah.
Then they switched it up towards the middle of the song. They started with Carrie.
Yep.
Then they switched it over to Brad, and she was natural.
Keith.
Yeah.
And she went, yeah. So it was there. I promise you. It may not have been auto-tuned, but there was definitely
Get some good headphones, you'll hear it.
Yeah, there's no way you can't. So we have a shot at kind of redemption for both of these folks. Well, no, they've redeemed themselves already.
Start a band, great guitar, and How Great Art Thou, amazing vocals. So hopefully we just see that we hit another home run from both of them.
Yep.
Let's find out.
I'm expecting to hear awesome guitars and awesome voice. Let's see what we get. That was nice.
We make out in a crowd somewhere. Somebody tell us to get a room. It's hard to believe that was me and you. Now we keep saying that we're okay, but I don't want to settle for good, not great. I miss the way that it felt back then. I want to feel that way again. It's been so long that you forget the way I used to kiss your neck. Felt bad cause you missed your flight, but then we had one more night. Do you remember how it used to be? We turned out the lights and we didn't just sleep. Remind me, remind
They just talked, right? That's that Paisley guitar. That was wicked. That was wicked.
Yes! Oh.
you made back when we couldn't control ourselves.
I saw that. Whew, I saw that. That was real. Okay, so I'm going to be putting this song in my back pocket because I could see this being a good melty song.
A good song to get the women all melty, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That aside,
Yeah.
this was everything I hoped for.
It was a home run.
Yeah, so
It was straight up home run. That was a great tune.
you know, all around, that was a great. Dude, when you get the chill bumps to pop up on me,
Yeah, I saw it. I swear to God, Scout's honor.
yeah,
I was like, whoa.
still there a little bit. When you get the chill bumps to pop up on me, that usually takes something.
Yeah.
And so there was so much in that song. So Carrie's voice, she stepped up to the plate, and I don't know what it is with the baseball analogies tonight, but yeah, absolutely showcased it.
I really liked how it seemed like, you're the ear, so I need your help with this. It seemed like she was in the middle of a verse and she switched notes.
Yeah, she did and will, and
Like really well.
oh, absolutely. She was doing that mid word.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's just riding the scales up and down, however the hell she wants to do it to get it across to you. And, you know, that's a common skill with a skilled vocalist, but Carrie's voice is just, man, when she's not with Ludacris, apparently she's awesome.
She was out of breath.
It had to be. She was flat in that Champion song.
But you were right. Like, what? At least 60% of artists would have probably lip synced that performance.
And she didn't. She had the guts to sing it.
So more power to her there.
I respect that.
Yeah, she struggled because she was running around the stage.
So let's shift for a moment to the Brad Paisley
guitar
part of this.
Did you notice that was his what is it? Is it Fender?
Yeah, it's his Fender Sparkly guitar.
It's his Fender Sparkly Brad Paisley. It's his own special Brad Paisley. Yeah, it's got a Paisley guitar.
Silver glitter Paisley shit on
What's the guitar pick guard?
Pick guard, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a Paisley pick guard. We saw the first time I ever saw it was in one of the links y'all sent us when he played the Game of Thrones
with some rock guitar deities.
Yeah, it was amazing. But he had that same guitar.
So there was a lot, I think, that somebody not listening for guitar work probably didn't hear. And Brad, and I'm assuming it's Brad, it could have been a studio ringer sitting in, but it's probably Brad playing the track. He would shift up from kind of traditionally playing the song, the chords, the notes.
I'm gonna pause you real quick because I wanna touch on that real quick. As something you've kind of taught me, as a lead guitar player, you think Brad would actually let somebody come in and be his ringer with that ego? Not saying that Brad has a super ego, but there's this guitar you've taught me.
Guitar players have egos the size of a house. It's just a thing.
So, do you really think he'd let that happen?
I think there can sometimes be enormous pressure from producers.
Okay. Well, I would be surprised
to let the studio ringers help you out.
Yeah, I bet that was him though.
Probably.
I'm gonna guess.
Probably him, but you
can't. You never know.
Never know. And frankly, some of the best guitar players on planet Earth, you'll never know their names because they're studio ringers. They're session players. They're on contract with the studios, and when they need a hired gun, this guy gets a phone call and spends, a week in the studio doing fill work and little leads. But anyway, I digress. So Brad was going from playing, kind of the notes and chords in the rhythm of the song. Like I caught at one point just this really cool Dire Straits, Mark Knopfler. If you want to know a damn good guitar player, look up Mark Knopfler. Where he was kind of doing this pop bum 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 bum, bum, like he was palm muting to make all of his notes super staccato. And I promise you, very few people heard that. Like, they just heard the composition of the song.
Right.
But it's kind of a cool technique that he threw in to add to the mood of that moment in the song, and it worked really well. So our complaint with alcohol was phrasing.
Right.
He was out there, and he's playing
as fast as he could.
I know it's really fast.
Yeah.
You know, showing off. And it just didn't sound good. It didn't speak to you. It didn't get any emotion across.
Yeah, you could tell that it was hard to play. That's literally all you got.
Right. In this song, man, I'm hearing those scale runs and the little things that he's doing with his right hand and throwing like the blue note in and running some blues scale stuff, then going back to a more traditional scale and just mixing it all up and just making it sound amazing.
He literally made his guitar sing. It sang. And that's the phrasing, right? You could hear his emotion through the guitar.
So, for the rock guys, there's a lyric from, of all things, a freaking Bon Jovi song.
That's My Life?
Johnny's got his 6-string in hock. Now he's holding in when he used to make it talk so tough. So when a guitar player is making it talk to you,
there you go.
He's doing his job right. And Brad did in this. And interestingly enough, Richie Sambora Bon Jovi is awful far on the pop side for me, but Richie Sambora, his guitar player, I gotta recognize.
Well, and I've played quite a bit of Bon Jovi tunes in my car when there's a lady in the car.
If you grew up in the 80s or early 90s, you wanted that Bon Jovi CD.
It was in your car because she was getting in and you were going to pop it into. No pun intended.
The pun totally intended.
Shut up. So, great tune. Really freaking awesome tune. They just got to 500, right?
Mm-hmm.
Easily. Mm-hmm. That was awesome. What do you think of this Willet derivative, Noah's Mill?
I have a new favorite Willet.
This is a $65 bottle for all you following along at home.
If you are Willet Reserve and you are watching this,
$17.99.
$17.99 and not a penny more. The rest of you, I would no shit pay $90 for this.
Shut up.
I'm not talking to Willet.
You suck.
This shit is good.
Yeah. 114 proof.
Super smooth for 114. It's super smooth for 114.
I think it's... I don't disagree, but my first taste of it, I was like, whoa. And I think the whoa was a couple of things. It was, holy crap, there's a bunch of flavor, and, oh, there's a little burn.
This is a little less floral than in taste. So the nose is super floral. It's like, flowers. This is a pile of flowers.
You're not wrong.
The flavor, however, is not. It's more towards my preferences. I love cinnamons. I love bourbons that hit you with cinnamon. This has a good bit of cinnamon, and it's got a little bit of that signature Willet floral to it, but the mix is just right.
It starts off with a little bit of floral sweetness that twists really quickly into a citrus that turns up into the cinnamon you're talking about. That cinnamon burns out into a bitter rye almost finish.
It's like rye without the pepper.
I'm getting a little pepper back there.
I'm not at all.
Just a hint.
Is that the alcohol because it's 114?
No, I don't think so. Let us sit there for a second. The pepper just kind of comes on. And
wow, it does. 10, 15 seconds later.
It's like, oh, hi.
Previous to tonight, prior to tonight, Willet Pot Still was my favorite of theirs. Even over the Willet Rye.
You're broken.
I am.
Pot Still's good, but Willet Rye?
A lot of people prefer, and that's odd for me to say because I prefer rye.
Right.
This has got to have some rye.
Well, and
I'm really tasting it now.
I was looking to see if they mention anything about it, but I don't see anything on here about it. But I called him broken because there are some Willet Ryes that to get a tasting of them at the distillery is a couple $100.
Okay. I have to qualify that of the things I've tried because I've been there at the distillery, looked at their premium list, and been like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not Elon Musk.
Right, not today. Not today. Yeah.
So if any of you are feeling particularly generous and want to meet us at the Willet Distillery and buy us the $300 pours, you'll get several songs.
Yeah, name it. We'll bring a list.
Right.
Like, let's go. We'll do an on-site reaction if they'll let us with those pours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read this to you super quick. So its superior taste and flavor characteristics are made possible only from using the very finest quality ingredients at the outset, along with the long years and patience necessary for nature to mellow everything to perfection. We bottled this bourbon at the strength that best accommodates its age. So what did that say to you?
That said, a marketing wonk needed a job.
And exactly nothing about what you actually got in the bottle.
Yeah.
Like, the most vague things you could ever say about a bourbon.
They should have clipped exactly all of that paragraph and replaced it with a few words. This shit is good.
No, trust us.
So, really good stuff. Great song. Thank you, all of you who... This is definitely a multi-vote song. This had a lot of votes. Thank you to all of you that, kind of upvoted this tune.
Yep.
And, hey, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and subscribe to us. We do a lot of these. Click the bell so you get notifications when new stuff drops.
Yeah, we try to drop about 3 a week, but occasionally when we get bourbon bribes, you'll get more.
Yeah, if you send us a bottle, that's a thing. If you guys don't know,
yeah,
Bourbon Country Reacts now has a policy. You send us a bottle of whiskey, and your song jumps to the front of the list. Only requirements on that are...
2 requirements.
We need it to be a whiskey, so not a scotch, not a rum, not a vodka.
Now, scotch is whiskey, but we're not doing scotches.
Yeah, not a scotch.
But any other whiskey...
Yeah, so Canadian whiskeys, bourbons, American whiskeys, things like that.
Moonshine.
Apparently good.
Not
moonshine.
flavored stuff.
Yeah.
Please. We don't like infused stuff. That's weird.
Canadian whiskeys are inbound.
Yeah.
So send us a bottle of something.
So the second stipulation is...
It must be a country music song.
Boom. Bingo.
I think we've had a ton of requests for like five-finger death punches wrong side of heaven. Sorry guys, that's not going to happen for 2 reasons. 1, not a country song. 2, I cannot freaking see. I can't watch that and listen to it. I can't get through it.
And 3, I know I've heard it several times, and I'm sure you've heard it at least a couple. So we try to do first time reactions too.
Yes.
But also hit the like, share us with your friends. Go down in the comments, tell us what we need to listen to, and tell us what we need to drink.
Yep. Till next time, guys.